Hey everybody, how's it going? Chris here, and I'm going to quickly go over the comic books that I had recently got, some new ones and some old ones. First of all, I'll say the one that I wasn't able to get this week was Avengers vs. X-Men versus issue number 3. The only issues that I'm getting the main event and I'm getting the versus issues. They're nothing really too big, I think, but it's a great addition, I think, to the main series. So I'm sad I couldn't get that one. Visited 2 stores on the weekend, the Friday before the Father's Day, so it was 2 days before Father's Day. So it was kind of my Father's Day little grab. So let's just go over them quick. So here's issue number 10 of Batman. Of course, beautiful, great art. This series, it's a great series. It's nothing that completely, just completely wows me every time I read it, but it's definitely a solid title, enjoyable to keep collecting too. Right now, you can't go wrong with picking up a Batman book. I'm still, I don't know, I'm kind of on the fence about in this particular issue learning that Batman had a brother. Thomas Wayne, I think it was, and he's one of the super duper talons, and it was somebody you'd met earlier in the books. So yeah, I'm not quite sure I like that twist or anything yet. I don't really have any background on the character, but it's basically brother versus brother. Batman's a good guy, so he's got to have a bad brother. I don't know. But anyways, good comic anyways. Definitely happy to be picking up Batman. This one, I really love the premise, but the first arc of this story really hurt it. So this is issue number 9, beautiful painted cover. Issue number 8 was great too, but the interiors really hurt it. So when I think the first bit here, I don't know, that art just really hurt it. But this was change in artist, and this was great. This one was much better, helped the story a lot more. I love how Banner is just messing with the Hulk, and every time the Hulk comes out again, Banner's messed up his life somehow. And on this one, he leaves him out in space at the end. So pretty cool. I really like the premise of Stay Angry. But now they really got to pick up the art to make it a little bit better, because that first part there, that issue number 8, was just terrible and it was kind of killing it. But the premise is strong enough to hopefully carry through if they do have some poor artwork, I guess. Issue number 687 of Spider-Man, Dan Slott and Caselli. It's a great story. It was probably not as good as Spider Island, but it was definitely a great book overall, I think. Great series. Can't really go wrong with reading anything from Slott these days. And Caselli's artwork is really amazing. I think a lot of people really love Humberto Ramos's drawings better. It's a beautiful coupling between Ramos and Slott, but Caselli does an awesome job in this title as well too. He's got some beautiful artwork, and my goodness, the Del Auto variants are just beautiful looking too. I didn't have the money to get any of those, but at least when you open up the front cover, you do get to see Del Auto's artwork as well. But anyways, good stories, pretty good ending. But there is one thing that kind of tanks the ending a bit when Spider-Man has had this idea of, for a while, I think ever since J. Jonah Jameson's wife died. That he made a pact that no one, when he's around, no one would die, even the bad guys. But supposedly in this issue, somebody dies. But then you're reading the beginning of the letters column, and they're saying to learn the fate of that character, basically, and a epilogue to that to Ends of the Earth, read the next issue of Avenging Spider-Man. So, you know, it just kind of blows it right there when it's supposed to have some kind of impact that this character has died, making kind of a sorrowful ending. But then, right there, you're reading the letter column saying, "Oh, well, then, who cares? It's not even true." So, I don't know. That's what kind of blew the ending, and what kind of made the ending of Ends of Earth fizzle a bit, I think. And this one, definitely my pick of the week if I had to have a pick of the week. But Silk Spectre, issue number 1. I think I picked one of the better covers, just a regular cover. Combo cover, kind of more black and white, looked really good. There was some other variant too, I don't know who did it, but I saw that one and just really didn't like it. This one was much better, I think. But anyways, by Darwin Cook and Amanda Connor. Art by Amanda Connor, but she also co-plots as well, I believe. So this one's great, I think, for story-wise. Character development and everything is really cool. I'm actually looking forward to this one more than I probably expected. And I think there's a little bit of hints or homages slightly to the Watchmen series, such as the showing off the Tijuana Bible of Laurie's mother. They kind of touch on that here too. And after watching Howler Mouse's review as well of this, he kind of, I think, picked up on some things that I didn't think of too. But I think there's going to be similarities between Laurie and her mother for sure, and that the boyfriend she's running around with right now might be kind of like the comedian character of sorts. I mean, if you know what happened between the Silk Spectre of old and the comedian, you know what I'm talking about. So it's going to be really interesting where this character, how this character development happens, because you know what happens, and that she does end up with Dr. Manhattan when she is still underage, I believe. So it's going to be really interesting, but I really love how this one is developing. I love that it is, just as Watchmen is, more of a human study kind of book, and it's you know, character driven, not, you know, the superhero antics isn't what drives the book. So this one does it really well, I think, and I'm really going to enjoy this one. I just have to say, for Minutemen was good, and I really enjoyed it. I'm going to look forward to reading more, but it was more like just following the formula from Watchmen and basically just translating it from the pages in Watchmen, the parts where they had the readings of Hollis Mason's book Under the Hood, and basically just took that and translated kind of into the comic book format, which I don't mind. I really like that, but I think it's following that formula where it's just a reading of his novel. But this one seems to be a little more fresh, I guess, really something more new than Minutemen. But I really like it. I'm looking forward to all the other Before Watchmen's. I'm going to definitely try to get them all in the single issue formats, even if I'm late or whatever, I guess. I don't think I can really wait for the trades. So I'm going to try the best as I can to get every issue that comes out, and I know I will eventually. But I think it's in total like 35 issues with all 7 series. And when you think about it too, was it the Crimson Corsair? I think it's something like that. I can't remember. Anyways, the pirate story that they have. If you got 2 pages from every book, so I mean you got a 70-page book right there. That's actually really huge, I think. And I'm wondering if they're going to print that in a separate graphic novel all on its own, because that's pretty big. That's a pretty big tale, I think, a 70-page pirate story. So that's really cool, I think. Really awesome. My pick of the week there. Okay, and one I'm going to tell you a little bit about. I made an order a little while ago on mycomicshop.com, and unfortunately one of the issues, the one issue that I based my order all around, ended up not being available. Of course, not on their fault. They had it listed as available, but the issue that I wanted was not available in the grade that I had selected, even though it was, for whatever reason, there's a mistake on their site, and they acknowledged that, but said it wasn't available. So I'm getting all of the rest of my order, but not this particular issue. And that issue is 25 of X-Men from the 90s. If you guys can see the hologram there, that's of Gambit. And it's actually a wraparound cover. I don't know if I can show that to you. Let's see. So there's the back. So there you go. So this one I had to get it because what happens in this issue is Wolverine gets the adamantium ripped out of him by Magneto, and it was a pretty good scene. This is part of the Fatal Attractions storyline. I had already had for years and years the Wolverine 75, which was a part of this, but I may eventually reorder it. But I didn't have enough money to do so when I made my recent order on mycomicshop.com, because the hologram on my Wolverine issue, it's kind of got this big scratch down here that messes up the hologram. But yeah. But anyway, so from my comic shop order, I'm getting the rest of the Fatal Attraction books, among some others. So I'll show you guys those when those come in. But this one was a pretty great issue. I mean, lots of talking from Magneto. I mean, as well as other captions. But I mean, the 90s when Magneto tried to talk in kind of like this, I don't know, very epic, villainous Shakespearean voice kind of thing. But in this one, basically the UN has decided to create kind of like this, I don't know, anti-Magneto net around the world. As soon as Magneto sees that, because he's up on his space station, he sees that as an action of provocation and retaliates. So he ends up causing a worldwide blackout, and the X-Men, go to stop him and put an end to Magneto, basically. And in that, Wolverine ends up trying to take on him a few times, and Magneto just gets sick of it and ends up ripping the adamantium out of him, leaving him with these strands, these just protruding tendrils of adamantium out of him. Just devastated him. So that was really cool part of the book. Really a important, I guess, part of Wolverine's history. Definitely a big moment in the character's history. So that was really cool. I was glad to get this one. When I was at the comic shop, they say I couldn't get it in that order. So anyways, I was at the comic shop and I was going to get some graphic novels for Nikki, and I saw it there as, hanging up on the wall, so I'm like, yoink! And then it was only like $1 more than I was going to pay for the near mint copy on my comic shop. So I just had to get it instead of trying to search for a cheaper copy. I mean, by the time you pay shipping. But anyways, really good issue to have, I think. And the last two I have to show you guys real quickly here, which you can come to expect more of me, I think, is Commandees. I think you're definitely going to end up seeing a lot of these whenever I mention that I'm going to be getting back issues. You're probably going to be seeing some Commandees. So this one's issue number 7 of Commandee, and I haven't finished reading this one, but wow, I think this is crazy good tribute to the King Kong of the 30s, like the black and whites. There are some panels in here that I saw that looked like they were straight out of the film. Commandee, just awesome series. And lastly, issue number 8 of Commandy. Definitely going to keep getting Commandies until I got them all. Yeah, so that's it. So that is my comic book pickups. Those are some of my thoughts. Hope you guys enjoyed. Leave your comments below, and I'll talk to you all later. Bye.